All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the New England Patriots. We're coming up, we're less than 2 days away from week 2 matchup against divisional rival, the Miami Dolphins. But I think, the 25-20 loss against the Philadelphia Eagles, the Patriots are getting this bad rap. In general, Mac Jones played really solid. I know after the first quarter it was 16-0. I know there was a pick six, but at the end of the day, they rebounded, they rallied, and Mac Jones put the team in a position to win the football game. I saw major strides in progress. I think that Mac and the Patriots, I think they actually looked in control. And you have to keep in mind, I know that the Philadelphia Eagles currently they're 2-0. I know they've had, rough first two games. This is a team that made the Super Bowl last season. This is the Philadelphia Eagles. New England, honestly, they're a couple of plays away from winning the football game, like very easily. Mac Jones, 35 of 54, 316 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. I know it wasn't perfect. I know the first quarter was super sus. I know the fourth quarter wasn't perfect, but at the end of the day, like I mentioned, I saw progress. There is progress with this New England team. And it's weird because, in the national media world, they're being just ridiculed right now because Juju Smith-Schuster is, injured. We don't really know if they trust the leg. There's just a lot of ambiguity going on right now with wide receiver one. But at the end of the day, I still love the Patriots weapons and I still love this Patriots team. So we're going to talk a little bit tonight about the New England Patriots. But before we do, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. Patriots fans, I have the utmost respect for you guys in general, but win or lose, you guys got your team. And I seriously respect the hell out of it. I appreciate every single Patriots fan and NFL fan who watches this channel, watches this video. If we could try and get this video to 500 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. So one thing I'm really noting for this Dolphins game, and keep in mind, they're coming off a victory against the Chargers where it was essentially a shootout. What do I need New England to do to win this football game? Because yes, it was week 1 and we don't want to overreact, especially because they only lost by 5 points, but you don't want to start 0-2. I know Aaron Rodgers, it was the most brutal injury. I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, so I was not hoping for a Jets quarterback loss to Aaron Rodgers, but it really truthfully opens everything up. And I've been saying this on this channel for a couple of years. Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills, yes, they are a great football team. They don't scare me. They just don't scare me. And Miami doesn't scare me quite yet. I think they have the potential for it. We'll see this upcoming week, especially. But this Patriots team needs to control the line of scrimmage, all right? They need to. In this past week against Philadelphia, and we know, Philadelphia, as we mentioned, and as you guys know, they're a Super Bowl team. They're a Super Bowl team with a Super Bowl defense. 22 rushes for 76 yards, only 3.5 yards per carry, the longest run of the day for New England in week 1. I keep doing that today. I keep calling the Patriots New Orleans for some weird reason. The longest run of the day for the Patriots was 11 yards, and that was Ezekiel Elliott, who finished with just 7 carries for 29 yards. He did a great job, that 4.1 yards per rush. But Ramondre Stevenson, so Ramondre had a great game receiving the ball, 6 catches, 64 yards for a long of 32, but we only saw 12 rushes and we only saw 25 yards. Now, keep in mind, when you're down 16-0 after the first quarter, your game plan is going to change completely. Even though it is just one quarter and there's still 45 minutes left of football to be played, there needs to be some sense of urgency. And so that's kind of what we saw New England get into. But at halftime, they were only down 2 points. It was 16-14 Eagles at halftime. I want to see Ramondre Stevenson. 12 carries isn't my big issue. It's the 25 yards. Stevenson only rushed for 2.1 yards per carry in week 1's defeat over Philadelphia. Miami has a high-powered offense, all right? And there are certainly some big names on the defensive side, but, it's a little too early to judge that defense. I want the ball out of Tua's hands. I just, in general, want the ball out of my opponent's hands. New Orleans, again, oh my goodness gracious, what is going on here? The New England Patriots have to control the line of scrimmage. And one of the reasons I feel so great about this Patriots team is because of their defense. Obviously, their defensive line, but if we're being blunt here, their defense in general, New Orleans, oh my freaking goodness gracious. We have called the new England Patriots, the New Orleans Patriots, for like the third time in a minute. I have no idea what is going on here, but you guys get the point here. If you can control the line of scrimmage, if you can control the trenches, you have a great shot at winning that football game and winning a lot of football games in the regular season. As we mentioned just now, defensively, I don't have any concerns. Kenneth Gainwell, 14 carries, 54 yards. They severely limited Jalen Hurts. He only had 9 rushes for 37 yards. At the end of the day, Philadelphia, they ran 25 times for 97 yards. That's less than four yards per rush. I like it. I am completely enamored by this New England Patriots defense. If Mac Jones and this Patriots offense can just limit turnovers and control the line of scrimmage, based on what I saw from week 1 with Mac Jones thrown for over 300 yards with 3 touchdowns, the Patriots will win this game against Miami. They'll win the game against Miami. Now, with that being said, it is just week 2, but as we already alluded to, you really don't. If you're starting 0-2, regardless of who you're playing, you're really shooting yourself in the foot. And, the Dolphins, the Bills, I know the Jets without Aaron Rodgers now, it's a really difficult division. And we know it's a really difficult division. So this upcoming game, I'm looking at a lot of receivers. Kendrick Bourne, 6 catches, 64 yards, 2 touchdowns. Matt Patricia put him in his doghouse last season, which never made any sense because in Mac Jones' rookie season, i.e. 2 years ago, Kendrick Bourne was the second leading receiver for the Patriots that season. We know Ramondre can catch. We know Zeke can catch. Zeke did have 5 catches, but it was only for 14 yards in the week 1 defeat to Philadelphia. Keep an eye on those running backs. We've talked a lot about the tight ends, Hunter Henry and Mike Gesicki, who they both had great impacts in week 1, not only catching the ball, but also blocking and just, adding more versatility to this Patriots offense. Hunter Henry, 5 catches, 56 yards and a touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 3 catches, 36 yards. This is Mike's old Dolphins team. I wouldn't be surprised if Mike had a game to remember. But outside of that, you've got Demario Douglas, who had a pretty impressive rookie debut, 4 catches for 40 yards. You've got Juju, technically your wide receiver 1, 4 catches, 33 yards. But then Kayshon Boutte, we've talked about him. I really tried to avoid the subject in our last Patriots video. 4 targets, 0 catches. We all know how that game ended. Expect a bounce back game. I'm expecting a bounce back game from my man Kayshon and Mac and Cheese Jones. So all together, you guys know my stance. I feel really good about this Patriots team. But week 2 is big, man. You got to get a victory against a divisional rival in the Miami Dolphins. You're starting it off with back-to-back home games. You don't want to lose both of them. So this is going to be prime time. This is Sunday night football, baby. So stay tuned. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button if you haven't already. But as our Patriots fans on this channel know, I got you guys covered with the video right after that Sunday night football game. So as that's it for today. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, obviously. But guys, give me a confidence meter for this Patriots team. 1 out of 10, 10 being overly confident, 1 being, all right, we're kind of effed. Personally, I'm throwing it at probably like a 7.5. So let me know what you guys are thinking. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you